Um, so I've always been someone who likes working on things that make a real difference in the world. I'm not someone who will, for example, work at like a online car e-commerce platform. Not taking anything away from those.
Oh, yeah,
Those
there's
are
a lot of them.
great.
Yeah, yeah,
There's a lot of them, and those are great. But I like to work on things that I actually care about.
Okay.
And that's just something that I've learned about myself. When the going gets tough, understand why you're doing what you're doing, and that will give you the motivation to persevere through tough times. Something that I've actually been really passionate about, and something that I want to do sometime in the future, is working on water tech. I think that water or access to water is going to be the world's next big problem. I don't think enough people are looking at it or thinking about it or talking about it. I think there's more funding that goes into space exploration than there is that goes into water technology or like finding innovative ways to solve water. We have a lot of water in the world. Most of it is salt water. We can't drink that. How do we solve this? What do we do about this? And I think that that is something that we need to do, and it's something that I care about personally. So I don't know, maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, I don't know. That's an area that I want to be involved in. Education is also an area that I love and that I want to see myself being a part of. So I don't know. I don't know where Secure My Scholarship will go. Whether we exit or we IPO, or I don't know where Secure My Scholarship will go, but I hope to be involved with Secure My Scholarship. I hope Secure My Scholarship will do its thing forever, honestly, because students will always need scholarships. But even alongside Secure My Scholarship, I still want to be involved in education, I think.
You ever thought of going back to school?
As a professor, yes.
Yeah.
As a professor, yes. I think that I love speaking with young people.
Yeah.
Something that I've learned, and over the last couple of years, I've spoken at a lot of schools and colleges. I've spoken at easily 20 plus schools here in Dubai, and I've spoken at every single university here in Dubai, as well as a couple of universities around the world. And something that I love is when I speak to these students at these schools and universities, they look at me like I've invented fire or discovered fire, because
But you have in a sense, you really have discovered a way to make it much easier for students to find the money that is out there to help them make it easier.
more than that, it's about actually doing this, right? Because again, if
You're
if
not
you,
just showing them the way, you're enabling them to get it.
Yeah.
And fast.
yeah,
And fast.
and fast as well. But it's about dreams, I think. If you're a student from a middle class family, hardworking middle class family, you read about Elon Musk and Sergey Brin or Larry Page or Steve Jobs or whatever. You'll see them on LinkedIn or on Facebook or whatever. You'll read articles about them in the Harvard Business Review or whatever that may be. But I'd venture to guess that most people who come from just regular people, most regular people, don't know anyone who's launched a startup, don't know anyone who knows anyone or anything like that. So all of these people sound like myths and legends. And that's why I said, I grew up in Gisas in Dubai, which is a very down to earth neighborhood in Dubai, really.
Very,
Just solid of the earth neighborhood in Dubai.
What a great place to live. I think this becomes a sidetrack here for a second, but this becomes another interesting piece of your story is when people talk about Dubai, as you said, JLT. I mean, okay, it's a part of Dubai, but it is not. I've been here 24 years, and JLT is not a place. When people say, "Oh, JLT," it's like, okay, yeah, Kusays, Alcos. I live in Murdiff, and I've lived in the same place the entire time I've lived here, and so I've kind of seen Murdiff go from the camel farm that was beside my house to 2 blocks down. Now there's a mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, Casais is a very. That's Dubai.
Exactly. It's just different. I think
Yeah.
there's new Dubai and there's traditional Dubai per se.
Yeah.
And if you're from traditional Dubai, like you don't know anyone who's launched a startup or anything, which is why when I go to these schools and when I speak at these schools or speak at these universities,
You're from here. You're from
students look at me and they say,
You're
"Man,
from their neighborhood."
yeah," they look at me and they say, "Man, like, how did you do it?" Right? Because they've all got ideas,
Yeah.
and everybody knows who Mark Zuckerberg is and Steve Jobs is and whatever. But to them, that is not possible. Like they have been told since birth, go to school, graduate, go to university, graduate, and get a job, and that's your life, and that's what everybody from those circumstances have to do. And so for them to see someone who comes from where they come from, who's, I guess, doing it differently, I think, it's eye-opening, and I love that, honestly. One of the things that I've always said since the first day we launched Lock and Stock is, in doing what we're doing, if I can help give that extra nudge or push to the next bunch of 17-year-olds or 18-year-olds or 19-year-olds, and I'm saying this like I'm 45, I'm 26, but the next bunch of 17-year-olds and 18-year-olds and 20-year-olds in Dubai, smart kids, ambitious, aspiring, whatever, to go out there and creatively or find creative solutions to existing problems, I think that Dubai and the UAE and the world will be a much better place for it.
There we go. Craig, this has been